Good morning, everyone. Firstly, welcome to my presentation. Uh, this is Antaresh Kumar from CSE-B. Today, we are going to talk about the blockchain technology. As we see, in many years, the technology has been implemented so fastly. So, the one thing is blockchain, which we can earn money from the online also. So, this is the part where the so many traders are using blockchain technology, where it is the Bitcoin. It is a thing you all know about it. Okay. Nextly, blockchain. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a block of data which having the link. You can see where the data has a link with the other data. It is the reference where you can see the blockchain. Here we can see the what is the transaction has been happened when a blockchain is been started. When a blockchain is been started, a transaction is been initiated by the blockchain, and it can go in a block of form, and it's divided into so many blocks. Now, a single nodes can be valid the transaction. When the transaction is been awarded, then it can award in Bitcoin. That Bitcoin can be go in a form of blocks, and the blocks can made into a distributed into some networks, and the network make the transaction may be completed. So finally, the user can get the Bitcoin or some any coins they can get. There is so many types of using the blockchain in practically. So the blockchain can be used in supply chain, where used in the industry purposes, in banking sectors, and digitally. Where digital means where your Aadhaar card, where PAN card, where using some licenses also. So where copyright production. If you haven't some book or something printed, then it can be digitally copyrighted. So that cannot be taken by anyone and cannot be hacked by anyone. Once it is written, it is written. It cannot be changed or cannot be used by any other purpose also. So in future also we are going with the digital voting. Digital voting means the people can be sit from their place and they can go vote easily. So that cannot be manipulated. And in real estate purpose also it can be used. Where the less paperwork and digitally it can be used. Asset management and so the lot of properties used in the blockchain technology. And in the past 5 years, the blockchain funding has been implemented so fast. And you can see from it $6.3 million to $99.7 million. So you can see how much vast it has been increased with the fundings in the Bitcoin or some other blockchain technologies. And the crypto has been also increased so fastly. So it may be the future technology. The blockchain can be implemented everywhere. So it is the blockchain technology that can be used in future also. The future may be the blockchain technology. Thank you. Any questions?
Can we delete blockchain?
No, the blockchain. Delete blockchain. Sorry. The blockchain app or actual technology.
Means the data which we give in blockchain.
The data cannot be corrupted or it cannot be modified once it is written. It is written, it is written, that cannot be hacked also. Any questions? Please.
Good voiceover, and you are a bit hurried. You can go a little low when you are speaking. I mean, not low, slow, and you also can present good evidences or some examples because, however, you have good idea on.
Blue eye technology.
Okay, fine. What is smart city?
Smart city.
Yeah. Okay, Divya.
Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. This is Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. This is Divya from CSE-B. Now I would like to talk about smart city. What actually is smart city? Smart city are the modern urban areas which are developed by the new technologies like ICT and IoTs. Smart cities uses the technologies and smart city uses the technology and gain the data of various aspects that are happening like our personal data and the building infrastructures and etc. All the data that can be collected from the homes, like having sensor in homes and safe driving, and also having good hospitalities. Here we can see some of the aspects of smart cities like smart government, smart manufacturing, mobile and Wi-Fi signals, smart digital citizens, smart transportations, smart health, like having smart watches which can represent our health situations, and like smart buildings, open data, and smart homes. Some of the indicators of smart city can be like quality of life, environment, government, economy, mobility. Like mobility, having smart transportations, um, quality of life, having healthy and eco-friendly ecosystem, uh, environment, sustainable urbanization. Here we can see some of the smart infrastructures like having transportation, smart traffic signals, even also having sensor and traffic signals which can tell us about how uh, how the vehicles can be charged at particular places, and having toll gates which can be automated, and also having weather reports, etc. Here is the development of smart city, how it has been developing from year to year. First, like in 1994, it has been implemented as digital city, and then in 2009, it has been implemented as smart city groups, and next as now it is being implemented. And some of the disadvantages and advantages are advantages of smart city can be having good job opportunities, safe communication, decrease of crime, and disadvantages are having lack of social control, security, etc. Thank you. Any questions?
What are the challenges of smart city?
There are so many challenges of smart city, but some of the challenges that I want to tell is having basic infrastructure, having eco-friendly, and accessing of storage. Thank you.
Any other questions? No?
Any other questions?
Which is the best smart city in the world?
In the world? In the world, all the
So, which means that when you do a PPT, you must know the complete information about it. Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology.
Take my
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. This is Johnson.
speak
Hello, good evening.
louder.
This is Jan Johnson.
I am an Johnson.
I am Jan Johnson. I want to talk about online education. In online education, there are types of online education: distance learning, homeschooling, library learning, language learning, online public education, open secondary education. University, learning, online. In learning online, there are 6 types: audio learning, flexible schedule, platform, in online education.
Go prepare and come again. This is not the right way of presenting. Go prepare and come again. What's your topic? Adjust the camera to the middle.
Big screen better.
Yeah. No one. A little bit outside. Yes. Go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen. Myself, Amsunit. I am studying in CSE-B. I would like to present the Hitman Rohit Sharma. He was one of the finest batsmen in the world, and he was about we talk about his batting career. He has he was 500 T20s, and he has uh, 3 double centuries in ODI cricket, and he was best average in Test cricket, and he was one of the finest batsmen in the world, and he won.
Use microphone properly. Did you switch it on? Yeah. Use it properly. When you are using microphone, you must be stable with that hand. And you're not supposed to laugh and then smile. Don't concentrate on the people who disturbs you. Yes. Yes.
Good morning, gentlemen. Myself, Amsi. I am studying in CSE-B, and I would like to present the Hitman Rohit Sharma. And he was born in Nagpur in 1987, and he was won the KL Ratna Award. And he was one of the great batsmen and opener in this world. Um, about his Test career, and he was the highest hundreds in the ICC events, 1100s in the ICC events, and he was 500s, 3 double centuries in ODI cricket, and he was highest score in ODI cricket 264, and he was the in T20s he was 118. He was the highest score in India, and he was the bowler also and all rounder. About his bowling career, he was he has one hat trick in and against the Mumbai Indians when we represent the Deccan Chargers. About his fielding career, he was the best fielder in this world, and he has highest catches in T20s, and he was the list A topper in this fielding, and he was won 5 cups in IPL. No one have 5 cups in Mumbai in IPL. He represent captain as in Mumbai Indians. He was debuted in 2007. He was the one of the senior batsmen in the present cricket. India Limited Vice Captain Rohit Sharma had attached his name in records books on July 6, 2019, when he became the first player to hit 500 in single edition of the World Cup. Rohit Sharma created the history when he scored the 500s in the World Cup 2019 and 27 in his ODI career during the Olympics.
Understand the difference between reading and presenting, dear. You're just reading what is there on the slide. I don't want you to read what is there on the slide. But no need to read them if you want to explain. Don't read it out. Present what you want to tell about him.
He has 5 hundreds in single edition of the World Cup, and 112 and 140, 12 and 104 and 103. He was the no one in single edition hit the 5 centuries in ICC events. He was the one of the batsmen hit the 500s in the ICC events, and that's it. Unless any questions.
Who is the father of Rohit Sharma?
What is the question, Sunil?
Who is the father of Rohit Sharma?
I think Gurnath.
What will you do with his father? You can ask few good things or questions on his presentation.
Questions.
And the questions must be something related to the, I mean, of course, that is related to his PPT, but irrelevant.
Any questions?
So we have a comment from Harish sir that good to listen about Rohit, but it is better if you have spoken rather than reading from the slide. The same I mentioned it to you. When you are presenting, don't read something which is on slide. Please don't concentrate on slide. Slide can be just a helping aid for you to present on the topic which you have chosen. Understood? Okay, fine. Prepare well, dear.
Yes.
I may give you the second chance again. Sit up.
What is the day that Rohit Sharma is appointed as a captain? What is the day that Rohit Sharma is appointed as a captain?
Date.
Dear, instead of dates and personal details, you can ask some obstacles or hurdles which he has undergone. And with that, what did Rohit Sharma learn from the obstacles, or what is his learnings? What are his strengths? How has he overcome his own weaknesses, which will be useful for you? Such kind of questions you should come up with. Yeah, there we have a question.
As you said that Rohit Sharma took the title of Mumbai Indians. What is the main reason for leading that best captaincy in the IPL?
You won the 5 cups for Mumbai Indians.
What is the main reason for leading?
Teamwork is the main thing for the Mumbai Indians to win 5 cups.
But his question is, what is Rohit Sharma's role in that?
Role. He was the captain and he pushed the team into front, motivate the team and won the 5 cups.
Try your best in presenting, dear. Build up your confidence when you speak. Take the microphone.
Hi guys, I am Ravi from CSE-B. Today I am here to present PPT about impact of global warming. Global warming is the average earth surface temperature due to some effect of greenhouse gases. Some of the causes of the global warming are release of methane gases from Arctic tundra and wetlands, volcanic eruption which produces CO2, solar cycle and cosmic rays. When compared to natural causes, artificial causes are more than the natural causes. For example, gases releasing from industries and wastage releasing from industries are main reasons for global warming. Impact of global warming. Impact, some of the impacts of global warming are sea level rising, increase in some extreme weather, melting of Arctic permafrost, changes in species ranges, are the impacts of global warming. Global warming can change, have created.
Sitaram. Okay, madam.
Wait, increase the camera level. Yeah.
Hello everyone. This is M. Sitaramma from CSE-B, and here I am to welcome to my presentation, World After Corona. And the contents here are introduction, education, social life, economy, health. And coming to introduction, COVID-19 has affected day-to-day life in slowing down the global economy. This pandemic has affected thousands of people. COVID-19 has rapidly affected our day-to-day life. There are business persons and our studies have affected by the COVID-19. And many of our people and our families have felt the economy damage. And coming to economy, every family has suffered, and every family they have suffered from COVID-19, and COVID-19 will leave a lasting imprint on the world economy, causing permanent changes and teaching important lessons. The GDP growth has crashed 23.9% in response to the center's number notice lockdown. India's GDP shrank 7.3% in 2022-2021. This was the worst performance of the Indian economy in any year. Many economic adapted versions of Germany crashed. And coming to education, the pandemic caused further shocks to the system with schools forced to shut down during the lockdown period. And the transition of students and teachers are in online teaching learning. In India, around 250 million students were affected due to school closures at the onset of the lockdown instituted by COVID-19. So distance learning is a solution to the continuing education system. And coming to health, COVID-19 has affected over 82 million people and killed more than 1.8 worldwide. Scientific research around the world has also focused on COVID-19. Getting vaccinated is one of the most important things you can do protect yourself against COVID-19. And the vaccine has come to the world and maintain the lives of us many. And coming to social life, Corona made us realize the importance of relations in life. It made us want some relations in life. The future generations got to know about the importance of people around them. And this pandemic made us realize how important is social life. Life is never going to be the same after COVID-19, and it will depend on us how we create awareness in them and how we'll change the life. And we are the generation, we have to change the life because we are going to do our jobs in coming days. Thank you. Any questions?
Just now I mentioned there must be some sense in the questions.
In the corona time, different people face different situations. What are the problems faced by you in the corona time?
In Corona time, I have suffered by not getting study, and I'm not very good at studies. So the online classes are have lost my concentration by studying by online classes. So I couldn't learn much and get knowledge at my inter studies.
One more question.
Wait.
In first cycle of corona, the persons are affected by corona and COVID, and they are taking the injured and taking the medicine. After he cure, in second wave of corona, he will, who persons are taking the medicine, they were dying. So how they happen in the body, and what precautions take the to survive that in doses of the in body cure.
The precautions we have taken already are from starting onwards. We are taking all precautions, but the vaccine didn't came up to mark. The scientists have tried everything. The doctors awareness and they gave us ideas to do something. And the awareness programs have conducted by the every members and those got to know.
Hello everyone, good morning to all. My name is Amtina from CSE-B. Today my topic about my Hello, good morning to all. My name is Amtina. I am from CSB. Today my topic is presentation of all about apple battery and innovation India. Coming to the apple battery, it is developed by the Dr. Robin in the year of 2007, August. Coming to the introduction, the apple battery is a alternate and storage device and device. Storage of the made of the cellulose and carbon nanotube. Carbon nanotube is nothing but it is allotype of the carbon. It have stage, high stability and high energy state. So we use the CNT and the double battery. Coming to the picture, It has the cellulose in the middle of the structure and upper layer above the covered by the lithium and lower layer is covered by the carbon nanotubes. It is the block diagram. As you see in the screen, it's covered by block diagram of the tablet battery. It has different types because tablet has different types. So we can use it different applications like RTF card, microprocessor, and medical path like that. Why you use the paper battery? Because it is low in cost and reusable and recyclable and it is also available and anyways coming to the paper is energy of future power. It is used in a small lights and it is the next generation of gadget and it is also high power applications and future of the power applications. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Do anybody have any questions for him? Yeah.
Which technology is used in the paper bag? Which technology is used to manufacture the paper bag?
Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology is used.
Any questions?
Yeah.
How far is paper batteries are better than the secondary cell batteries like primary cell batteries? How far, like you can say, paper batteries are better than the normal batteries like primary batteries?
Because it is a nanotechnology, the structure of the nanotechnology is very close, so it is a high ability to storage anywhere. It is overcome the overheating, so it is used for the primary and secondary batteries also. Any questions?
How this paper battery is useful in our daily life? How this paper battery is daily useful in our daily life?
Because it have many applications like medical path and RFA card and microprocessor, so it is applicable to all. Any questions? Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Hello, myself I'm Jyotsna. I'm from CSE-B. Good morning. Today I'm
What
going to
happened,
talk
Joshna?
about.
Joshna? Is it all fine in the house? Why is your voice not showing that finalness? Be happy. Look at the whole look at the whole audience. Try presenting yourself to whole audience. Understand? Come on.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Myself I'm Jyotsna. I'm from CSE-B.
Can you say
Today I'm going
I
to
am
talk
and
about.
Joshna? I am and Joshna rather than myself and Joshna.
Myself I'm Jyotsna.
Sir wants you to avoid saying myself.
See, myself indicates that you are emphasizing something. Whereas when you wanted to introduce yourself, you can start it with I. I am so and so. I have done something myself. Understand? Try.
Hello everyone. My name is Jyotsna. Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about integrating greenery in our living spaces. It is saying like that it is the trees and leaves and victories beside of you, it's heaven on earth. We all experience that higher temperatures in the urban areas than in the rural areas, isn't it? What could be the reason? Structures such as buildings, roads, and other infrastructure absorb and re-emit the sun's heat than natural lamps such as forest and water bodies. Came into introduction in urban areas, many of them we can't get the fresh air, right? So if you want to fresh air purity that tends to improve our life. It encounters the rising temperature through integrating greenery in the living spaces. So these are the some key findings and recommendations. So where can we integrate? We construct our house in less space. We can't get enough place for everything. Thus, we all can do utilize the existing efficiently. What are those places? Terrace, walls, balcony, indoor walkways. Many urban areas, due to expanding population and also limited resources, we can't get the enough fresh air to everyone. So these are the some gardenings we can use in the urban areas. Container gardening, vertical gardening, raised bed gardening, hanging gardening. So how can we use this in different ways? Container gardening we can use in containers instead of we are using in ground level. Vertical gardening, we can use this in walls and roofs. Coming to the raised bed gardening, it is the place we can use in a soil, but it is used in enclosed place. Coming to the hanging gardening, we can use in our home to hang or put in a wall like this. So these are the gardening systems. Coming to the conclusion, we are the ones who are going to pass these limited resources and spacing to our next generations as a legacy should not be in worst form. So some of the greenery places to the next generations we can live in a better possible way. I would like to conclude my PPT presentation. Any questions regarding this?
How green spaces can influence our life?
There are many reasons if our surrounding places are greenery, we can sleep properly and we can remove our stress. Proper food also. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Jitendra. I am explaining about the PPT about the mind game chess. Chess is a two-player strategy board game played on the two players. Chess arrangements are 64 grids having 8 by 8, 8 by 8 grid. The main objective of the chess is to checkmate to the opponent's king, and whereas the opponent can win stop the loss of time and the checkmate and voluntary recognition by the opponent. It can be done the several times. The opponent can lose the more pieces.
Put some smile on your face.
The chess has the 8 pawns, one king, one queen, and one two rook, two knights, and two bishops. The movement has each place has the specially designation.
Rook has moved diagonally and horizontally and the vertically. Bishop has moved only the diagonally. The king has the movement has only one piece, one step. Whereas the queen has both the powers, bishop and the rook. Whereas the pawn has only one step to move in front of the board. It has the two steps at the starting, and further it has the only one step to move to the opponents. The chess as designed by the 64 grids, the dark and the light grids. There are two pieces opponents. There are 64 pieces. It can be done for the objectives of the checkmate. Checkmate is done by the opponent king in inescapable manner. Whereas the loss of time, opponent can be.
Do you like playing chess, Mr.? Then why don't you show that love when you're presenting? Don't you feel, Dinesh? Yes. Show that love of your, show your love towards chess while you're presenting. Speak with love, passion. Now start it again. Smile. Enjoy your presentation. Think that all your friends are listening to you only because of your presentation. Grab their attention and then start speaking. No one is going to stop you if you do it so.
Good morning to everyone. I am Jitendra. I am explaining about the PPT, the mind game chess. Chess is a two-player strategy board game played on the chessboard. Chessboard has the 64 grids arrangements where the chess game can play the millions of people worldwide. Chess game has the 64 pieces. There are 8 pieces are pawns and 2 are rooks and 2 bishops, 1 king and 1 queen. Each piece has the special designation of movement in their positions. The pawn has the 2 pieces at the movement at the starting. After then has the 1 step. When we move the rook, it has the horizontally and the vertically. Whereas the bishop can move in the diagonally. Whereas coming to the queen, it has the 2 powers combination of the bishops and the rooks. The king has the only 1 step to move forward. The main objective of the chess is to place the checkmate opponent's king in inescapable manner. Whereas the loss of time, the opponent can be win, and the voluntary recognition, it can be done. Whereas the voluntary recognition can be done where the opponent can lose the more pieces. In the chess, the king has the special move that is the castling. Castling is nothing but castling is nothing but simply put the castling is a special rule to allow the king to move the space right to the left and the rook that moving to the alternate manner in a 2 pieces, governing to the rules of chess defining the laws. Whereas it can be sometimes the chess can be drawn. This is the moving position of the chess pieces. The pawn can be moved in a diagonally and bishop can be horizontally, whereas the king has 1 step. Thank you. Any questions?
How chess impact your mind when you play?
While playing the chess, the mind can be active.
Is chess is an international game?
Yes, chess is an international game.
Why is chess considered as an international game? Is the right question. Do you know the answer?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I am Navya from CSE-B. Today I am here to present about Blue Eyes technology. So, have you ever thought that systems can naturally react with humans and have feelings like humans? Do you think it is possible? Yes, it is possible through Blue Eyes technology. So, what is blue eye technology? By listening the name, you may feel that blue colored eyes, but it's not the meaning. Here, blue stands for the Bluetooth connection, which enables the wireless connection, and eyes for the movement. With the movement of eyes, there will be a lot of information gathered, and the technique used in this blue eye technology. So, why we want blue eye technology? To provide the human to reduce the human illness and health issues, we use this blue eye technology. Researchers of IBM in the year 1997 has introduced this technology to reduce the human limitations such as illness and health issues. The technologies used in this are emotional mouse, magic, artificial intelligence, speech recognition, suitor, and the eye movement sensor. So, emotional mouse. It is a mouse which has some sensors in it. Just by tapping it, all our emotions will be recorded in it. Here you can see the emojis. It shows the human expressions and human sense. This all will be recorded in this emotional mouse magic, and webcam will be presented in front of us. Just by looking it, by the movement of our eye, it records all our information and stores the data. Next, artificial intelligence speech recognition. There will be some input words in the system. So while we speak in front of the system, our words will be recognized with the words in the system, and it. If we ask any question, it will be giving answer to us. Suitor. The main objective is if we are reading any newspaper and any headlines are being highlighted in it, the topic will be displayed in the system. So whatever we are thinking in mind, it will be presented in the system. So coming to advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are like the work will be completed very fast and technology will be developed and increases the efficiency, and disadvantages are like it is very expensive and not 100% accurate, and giving human emotions to the computer may mislead and may lose our privacy. So in future, if this technology comes, just by looking at devices like AC, refrigerator, they can perform their own tasks just by speaking to them. Thank you. Any questions?
Why do we need blue eye technology?
Yes, this technology is used. So we'll take a real-time example. If we are working in a software and our manager assigns our work to complete it within a day, it will be very tough to us. So by we'll be in hurry and tension. So at that time, what if computer naturally reacts with us and finds a solution to it, the work will be completed very fastly. So it is one of the major advantage of this technology. Any questions?
Hi. What are the two major events of blue eye technology?
Yes. The main two are CSU Central System Unit, DAU Data Acquiring Unit. Thanks. Any questions?
What technology can blue eyes do?
Yes.
What technology can blue eyes do?
It performs all the human behavior can be noted in the system, and it scans us first.
and gives a report of us in the any question. Thank you.
So with this one,
This we completed.
just lift up the camera a bit. And now we're going to now you take the camera to right, towards your right. No, this side. Stand.
This is Ajit. I am here to present the topic of Indian Army. Introduction of Indian Army. Indian Army is celebrated on 15th January every year in India. Army Day marks a day to salute the valiant soldiers who sacrificed their lives to protect our country and the people living in India. Indian Army. The Indian Army has proved that the regimental color its jawans carry are still a matter of honors. The many wars it faced
have ensured that those traditions will be carried on many generations of fighting Jawans in years to come. Most of all the Jawans have learned that after all was said, the army strengths and formations. Formations are corps, armor, infantry, artillery, air defense, aviation, territorial army. Headquarters, integrated defense headquarters located in Ministry of Defense. Ministry of Defense headquarters is located in New Delhi. Indian Army Commander in Chief is President Ramnath Kovind, and Indian Army motto is Seva Paramo. It means that service before self. Is there any questions? Any doubts? Right.
In any case, do you want to join Indian Army?
Yeah, not in any case. Of course, I'm ready to join in Indian Army, but I'm planning further. Thank you.
Put the camera a little bit down. Stand properly.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Sunil Kumar, I am telling about child labor is a social crime. Child labor is a work performed by the child that is likely to intermix with her right to educated or be harmful to the health and physical, mental, and moral social development. And all work done by the children under the age of 15 and dangerous work by children under the age of 18. Legal. Child labor is a probability under the International Trade and the Agreement. According to Agreement of International Labour Organization in 2017, there was a 152 million children aged between the 5 to 17 subject to the children's. Enrollment of a children below the critical age of a limit is termed as a child labor, which varies from the country to country. In India, the age limit of the children is 14 years, and any fertility and industrial employment children below the 14 years is illegal. While there are many laws to prevent the child labor in India, but the implementation is practical on the ground. Almost one to 10 millions of children between the age of 5 and 17 is the old have to work. About 4.3 million children aged below the 18 years in the forced labor, 17.9% work in agriculture, 17.2 in a service sectors, 11.9 in a heavy industries. Common disease for the child labor: growth defects, physical injuries, and disease, lungs disease, aggregations. World Day Against Child Labor. In child labor does the packing 1%, dishwashing 7%, cleaning 7%, car washing 12%, shoe polishing 20%, bottle collection 46%.
Please don't read the slides, Mr. Sunil.
Enough is enough. Stop the child labor. Thank you.
I felt like you are telling me. Never try to read the slides. Anybody, it's not only about him. Anyone. You have some questions, Ajit? Oh, Sitaram has few questions. Just try answering him.
What is the main reason in child labor in India? And how do you prevent them in it?
In India, so many poor people are in there,
and we can do the and the money we can do the child labor to employ. In India, there is a more poor peoples are there. The, the poor peoples are do the child labors in works of employed factory and industrials. We can earn the money from this. We cannot stop the child labor because the poor peoples are.
Are there any steps to be implemented to avoid child labor?
Yes, there are steps to implement the child labor.
When there is no proper grip on your PPT, you cannot answer the person when a right question strikes you like this. Yes, your topic is to stop the child labor. It is not only for him I'm talking about now. I'm talking about everybody who are sitting here. When there is no proper grip on the content you have chosen, then you can't present it by owning the content. When you want to present it, you should first own it. Owning in the sense you should know about it completely. Getting the knowledge. When you can't get the knowledge, you can't get the attention of the others. And you will be failed. You will be seen as a failed model in front of everybody in the case of presentation. That must not be seen on anyone's face. So when you're preparing, prepare to the percent, complete percent. Lift up the camera for him a bit. And just rotate it towards your left. Left, towards your left. Not that. A bit right again.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Kenikil. Today my presentation is implement of impact of economy in world. Coming to the introduction, the India economy is a middle growing economy because it is newly industrialized country and main industries coming nowadays and it has low economy rate as compared to the other countries. Uh, it is world fifth largest economy by normal GDP and third as per the PPP. So in future, I definitely say that India is going to be one of the massive economy country. Like seeing the pie chart, United States at top of the position with $21.43 trillion. It occupies 24.42 percentage. And coming to the China, it is stands second position. India is the fourth position. So outlines, there are 7 outlines: currency, trade organizations, country group, GDP, export and import, and main industries. For coming to the currency, India currency is a rupee, which is equal to the 72 1 US dollar, and Reserve Bank is a headquarters of the currency for India. Coming to the trade organizations, there are several organizations which are trading around the India. For example, WTO, World Trade Organization, and WCO, World Customer Organization, etc. So coming to the country group, it is a developing and emerging country, and it is a lower middle income country, newly industrialized company, as I said before. As coming to the GDP is a gross domestic product, and it is normally it's a plus $3.53 trillion in 2022 estimatedly, and as per PPP, it is a plus 11.74. Okay, for coming to the sectors, agriculture is a 16.38 percentage, which occupies, and industry is a 29.34 percentage, and service sector is small. While coming to the other sectors, which occupies 54.27 percentage. Export and import. India is a major to throughout the world, which exports and imports goods in day-to-day life. When coming to the import, it is profited to $421.94 billion. When coming to the manufacturing, it takes 70.8 percentage, and fuel and mining 7.3, agriculture 11.5. Thank you. Any questions?
How can India increase GDP growth?
Yeah. India can increase GDP growth by taking several steps to increase currency value. For example, we need to restrict some laws for currencies. So we need more industries for developing day by day. So I estimate that in 2030, India growth in GDP is increase. Thank you. Any questions?
World United States is the first, but economic rate. Why India is the fifth? What is the difference between the India and the
Because America is a largely and economically it is of top rather than India, because because its civilization starts in 1600 at that time. Now India is newly independent compared to the America. 1947 it came independence. It is a just newly industrialized country. So it takes some time to cross the America. Thank you.
Is Indian economy good now?
Compared to the 2021, it is good because India is developing rapidly compared to the China and other countries because our, our prime ministers and other CMs are participating to get the new industries to the country. Thank you.
Next. Nikhil, come go from this way. Do it slow, don't rule on others.
Hello guys, this is Ojashwini from CSE-B. Welcome to my presentation. My presentation topic is Neuralink, and here we can see what Neuralink is. Neuralink is a device which is specifically designed for a brain-computer interface, and it will be surgically implemented into your brain, and it will contact, like, you will be able to communicate with the computers through your brain. And Elon Musk and his team, Neurotech, established this Neuralink, and he simply described as a Fitbit in your skull by removing a tiny part in your skull and fitted in your brain. So why this Neuralink is actually, it is used to cure the problems like paralysis and neural problems, and it also used, as we know, the Neo in the Matrix. We can easily download any skills into your brain, and then electrodes receive signals from the brain and communicate with the computer. So signal processing has what actually this principle and how it is going on, like, principle of this Neuralink is brain machine interface. Neurons communicate with each other by sending and receiving any signals. These signals can be heard with advanced electrical species. How is it placed in the body? As you all know, I said earlier, like, a tiny part of the body, I mean, brain is removed and it is fitted into your skull. Actually, it is apparent, it is, a monkey has apparently been able to interact with a computer, and now the investigation is going on human. Neuralink has developed advanced situation to existing medical problems. It will surely create a well-aligned future. Implantation will be done in less than an hour and leave hospital the same day. Neuralink is still at an early stage, and we have no current idea on how much the brain chips will cost. Thank you. Any questions?
What problems can Neuralink can solve?
It can solve neural problems, paralysis, and muscle problems, like related to medical.
How is our brain protected from Neuralink?
It is just simply a small chip, just is placed in your skull. There is no effect on brain. Thank you. Any other
Number.
92.
M jokes, no? Both are M jokes.
A for
Is there any effect to our body when it is neural? Is there any effect to our body when it is?
Elon Musk already said there is no effect on your body after placing it.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vamsi. I am from CSE-B. Now I would like to present some PPT. It is no woman, no world. Just imagine if there is no woman in this world. It feels so terrible, and we can't imagine without a woman in this world. Let's start from their birth, from the opinions of their parents. When a girl child is born, they feel like it will be so burden to them, and they feel like sad may occur when a girl is born in the family. And survey made by UN states that 700 girls are missing, and this number is added to the increasing count of missing girls, which means that 250,000 girl children are missing every year. Why we are killing our daughters? As I have mentioned that they feel like a burden to them, and also feel like they have to pay dowry for their marriages. That may be the reason for killing the daughters. So girls are sent to schools and colleges, and and they are forcefully sent to the colleges, and some of the girls are may have some goals in their lives, but they were not encouraged by their parents, because they feel to marriage at the age of 18 to 20 years. That's why they are not pursuing their dreams and goals after at the age of 18 to 20 years. Stop female ferticide. In 2001, census revealed that 793 girls for every thousand boys. In Palanpur, a village in Gujarat, a driver observed that a baby girl was was in the polythene cover, and with wounded blood. He found that near a bank, which means that parents are killing the girl child when they were born, which states that girls are less when compared to the boys. This is to be avoided from their parents. Not only boys, and some other girls are also be successful in their life goals, like Karen Bedi, Mother Teresa. Thank you. Any queries?
What being a woman mean to you? How do you respect
What do you mean by woman in your perspective?
Woman means, if we can't be in this world without women. We have to respect a woman as our mother. We can't imagine without a woman in this world.
But why? Her question is that.
Yeah.
Yes, there is no world without a woman. There is no world without mom.
In difficult situations, as a man can do. Thank
Okay. Satvika. Come, you're wasting my time. Your time too. Others' time. Set the camera to her height. Can you ask me? Yes, speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sadhika from CSE-B, and now I am going to present about the most sustainable development growth is gender inequality. And what is mean by gender inequality? That means in this world there are many genders, mainly men, women, transgenders, and etc., where they are not, all of them were not treated equally, and the facilities and responsibilities were not given equally. Uh, by this gender inequality, so many were affected, mainly children and men, women, everyone, including transgenders. Uh, these inequality was mainly the issues of gender inequality is not giving like education was not provided to everyone, and the healthcare, the medical care was not given to like everyone, and etc. And law, and even employment, in employment there were so many differences between the genders, and mainly this inequality was seen in at, mainly we see it at workplace, where men was always promoted to higher promotions, like they get highly promoted and highly paid, while compared to women they were not paid less. And while we can't even talk about transgenders, because they were not even allowed to get a job. And even we will see this problem at education system, where girls and transgenders were not provided education was compared to men, and transgenders were not even allowed to school. In even at in society, where men as compared to men, women were always weak, and transgenders were always kept separated, and they were always treated like untouchabilities. Transgenders, mainly transgenders, they are also human beings, and they also live in this world, so we always respect them, and we should always provide the facilities and opportunities to them. Even as my experience, like I live in Vizag, where the transgenders start begging on the roads because they were lack of education and lack of facilities provided by our government. uh, Even if we provide transgenders to if they get educated, even they'll get jobs, and they even work, and they'll stop begging over the roads. And mainly transgenders are also development of our country. You see this education system, education of girls and transgenders. I was very glad that education of girls were increasing by year wise, but the transgenders were not at all increasing. And this was same from 1992 to 2022, and till today the transgenders were not provided a special education. And finally, and this women can work in every sectors, and women can be stronger in anywhere if they want to. They were mentally strong, and physically if they want to be, they can be stronger than men. and women can also work in every sectors if she wants. uh, this inequality is important for us because so many lives were will save the lives and the healthcare. We'll save we'll save girls from trafficking and racism and etc. And the equality, which means it treats everyone in an equal manner. Issues of gender equality, and we should share all the houseworks works and children cares and all everything. And thank you.
Adjust camera to her side, to her height. Height. You have turned that side completely. Turn towards your left, towards your right, left, a little bit right, a bit right, right. Right.
Left.
That's it. Good.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Anandamayi and today I will be speaking about racism. Racism is something we hear every day, and it's basically discrimination against people who have a darker color and discrimination against color, race, ethnicity, or origin of the people is termed as racism. Where did it all begin? The racism took its main shape from Victorian era and post-Victorian era, where Black Americans and where Blacks, Egyptians, and minority groups were enslaved and treated badly. It spread like a virus in 18th and 19th century. Not only men, even children are sold to churches and cathedrals where they are, in the name of God, they are treated badly and given bad treatment, and they are sold to auctions and etc. And some of the most iconic moments in racism, in the history of racism, is Rosa Parks, the first woman who questioned why Black Americans were treated differently from white Americans. And the next is the Civil Rights Act of 1957, an act by the government which they took up so that Black Americans and white Americans can have equal rights and there will be no racial tension between each other. And Jim Crow laws, a fight by the blacks for equal laws for both Americans and Black Americans. And
Don't read Anandamayi. It's present.
why racism is a huge problem, because we see in our day-to-day life our friends and our family members all being inferior to themselves because they think that their color is not a beautiful color. I mean, we all love black. We all think that black is a royal color and it means attitude. But why do we show this much discrimination when it comes to people? It shouldn't be. If we are able to love black things and black food and all, we should also be able to love people who have darker skin. I mean, look at panda. We all love panda. It's fluffy, it's cute. Panda is both white and black, and yet it is being loved by the entire world. And we should also start accepting colors, and we should know that we shouldn't judge a person solely based on their color, and it is the character that matters the most in any kind of relationship. Thank you.
Give me that. Trinity, let me try it for you. Speak. Space. Yes. With that is the reason you must be penalized.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm so excited to introduce you to a concept not many are aware of. It's cryptocurrency. It's going to be our future. And what is cryptocurrency? A cryptocurrency is a digital or a virtual currency designed to work as a medium of exchange.
Blockchain is almost exclusively the support structure to allow all the track, move, and store cryptocurrency. Okay, how does the blockchain work? This is how the blockchain works. First of all, a transaction is authenticated and then a block representing the transaction is moved to every node, and from the node the transaction is validated, and in form of reward bitcoins are rewarded to us, and all the blocks is added to the existing blockchain. The update is distributed across the network. The transaction is complete with this. And why we should use cryptocurrency? These are the advantages of cryptocurrency. It is fast, it is safe, it is cheap, and it is untraceable. It is transparent and neutral. It is of decentralized in nature. It cannot be easily traced. It cannot be easily robbed. And the only that we have is from hackers who are more interested in hacking crypto. There are many different types of cryptocurrencies, and the most known one is Bitcoin, and the other are Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Monero, Megacoin, Infinite Coin, many other. And the best example of cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. It is both a cryptocurrency and an electronic payment system. It was it was known that it was created by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008, which is shown in Google, but we don't know exactly who is the
12:35.
creator.
Why are we waiting for the whole class to be brought into one place?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm waiting for the teachers to get in. I even messaged them.
Communicate.
Yes.
And the majority of
I know
Bitcoin
that you are
holders
doing
are
very
from
well.
Nigeria.
It is a representation, right?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
And
You
this
are
is
doing all
just-
the best on cryptocurrency.
And this is just oral presentation, sir. She completed
I
her
understand. I
PPT.
understand. If we have one or two questions that we take,
Yes.
we would wind up.
Any questions about Bitcoin?
You did that, right? You can
Right.
ask.
Anyway, meet సార్ మీ పేరు మర్చిపోయాను రామిరెడ్డి గారు మా ప్రిన్సిపల్ గారి పేరు కూడా రామారెడ్డి అండి మీరు రామిరెడ్డి గారు సార్ అని తెలిసేమో కొంతమందికి ఆయన క్యాంపస్ నుంచి మీరు ఎవరైనా వచ్చారేమో సార్ ఇస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఫర్ నారాయణ మెడికల్ అకాడమీ బట్ అందరూ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కదా
I am from Nara.
సో సార్ ఏంటంటే he wants to know about this lab ఎవరు చెప్తారు who will be trying to say that this lab is meant for something okay
Sir, this lab will give us opportunity to speak. It will give us opportunity to learn how to communicate with our peers, how to build teamwork among ourselves, how to help each other, and how to represent things using communication, how to enhance our communication skills. And here we will enjoy our time. We will be waiting for English lab because this is the place we can relieve our stress throughout the week. We can express our thoughts, we can express our views. This is really a good place.
You want to say something?
You also
Firstly, welcome to our lab, sir. This is the acoustic part of our lab where we can achieve or we can go further for our some interviews or we can face from here only. So we are going live, so we can experience the future also. So here is the place where we can express all our feelings and things that can which will be happening in our future also. Sir. So this is the best place where we can express ourselves completely.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ఇంకొక ఏసియన్ సార్ కూడా వచ్చారు ఆయన అడిగారు అసలు ఏంటి వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ ల్యాబ్ అని దెన్ ఐ బ్రాట్ హిమ్ డౌన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ యూట్యూబ్ లో చూస్తూ ఉంటారు రెగ్యులర్ గా ఆయన సో ద లైవ్ ఈస్ హెల్పింగ్ మెనీ టు సీ then they have come by knowing that this is happening outside. All right, so wait for a while, I'll be back.
Sure, sir.
Meanwhile, Kavya ma'am will look at you.
Sure, sir. You did